Do you know that all numbers that exist on a number line are known as real numbers? Yes, real numbers can be classified into two categories. One category is known as rational numbers, and the other category is known as irrational numbers. Rational numbers, these are numbers that can be written in fraction form, like for example, where you have a as an integer, which is a numerator, over b, which is an integer, and it is a denominator where b is not equal to 0, then indeed we have a rational number. For example, we have 1 over 3, or in other cases we have, yes, 2 over 1, and so on. Now, on the other hand, when we look at irrational numbers, this cannot be written as an integer over another integer. And what does that mean? Not a fraction. And this here applies to all imperfect squares, like for example square root of 17. This gives us a decimal, which is, in this case, when you plug it into your calculator, square root of 17 gives you a number here, and you see that this number continues after the decimal point. So decimal points that are continuous, which means that these numbers continue. Another example of numbers like this is when you press pi after you clear this and you click on pi. This is another type of number that is continuous. These are known as irrational number, and yes, they are existing on a number line. Now, like on our previous video, all integers, either negatives or positives, are also rational numbers, and yes, they can be written as a fraction. And in this case here, for example, we have a number line with integers that are positive integers and negative integers. This can be written as fractions, which includes the following. You can write your 2 as 4 over 2, and you can write your 1 as 2 over 2, and you can write your negative 1 to be equal to, let's say, 4 over 4, and your negative 2 to be the same thing as negative 8 over 4. These here are fractions, which are, yes, rational numbers, which proves that the integers are also rational numbers. 22 over 7. People always make that assumption that it is approximately equal to pi, while 22 over 7 is indeed a rational number because it has an integer as the numerator and an integer as a denominator. This number, when you put it into your calculator, 22 over 7, is not equal to pi, and pi is still considered to be an irrational number. Now, another type of fraction, which in this case is 3 over 2, when you transform this to decimal, it is written as the number 1.5. 1.5 is an indication that we have a non-type of decimal, which is called a terminating decimal, which are indeed rational numbers. Or we have another number, which is 1121 over 1665. This number here, when you punch it into a calculator and transform it to a decimal, it is having this result, which is 0.673273, and you see what is going on, 273, and so on. This indicates that we have a repeating decimal, and Repeating decimals can be written as short form, which is 0.6732, which is with a bar above the numbers that are repeating, and this here implies that 732 are repeating. Therefore, repeating decimals are fractions that are rational numbers.